show that they can get developed under a scheme. I love to go, and I was down in Texas, and I just loved the atmosphere. I loved seeing, Wade Phillips coach that football team, and I believe they were going in to try and win the championship that week, or at least in the playoffs that week. So, congrats on all the success.
Thank you, man.
And you already know it. You might not have had that privilege of living this life, but it seems that you live life with the privilege to live life, no matter what it is that you're doing. You're so humble about it, and you create your own path, man. You create your own path, and it's so cool to hear the story behind it all.
Thank you. You got to. That's what we got to do, is work hard and create our own path, even if we don't know what it is. You got to have faith and, the work and the process.
You knew what it was. You knew it was the WWE, baby, the Attitude Era.
That's it.
We got to get into it, man. We got to talk some wrestling.
Imagine sitting on a podcast, casually talking about football, life, and funny stories. And suddenly the conversation turns into one of the most heartfelt moments of the show. That's exactly what happened when NFL legend Chad Johnson had an unexpected emotional reaction after Travis Kelce invited him to attend his future wedding with global superstar Taylor Swift. What started as a light and entertaining podcast conversation quickly became a moment fans couldn't stop talking about. During the podcast, the discussion was centered around football memories, the NFL lifestyle, and the personalities that shaped the league over the years. Chad Johnson, known for his charisma and iconic career, was sharing stories about his time in the NFL and how the game has evolved. Travis Kelce, one of the most dominant tight ends in modern football, was listening closely and clearly enjoying the conversation. Kelce has never hidden the fact that he grew up watching many NFL legends, and Chad Johnson was one of those players who stood out. Johnson was famous not only for his incredible talent on the field, but also for his larger-than-life personality, confidence, and entertainment value. Many young players, including Kelce, admired that energy. At one point in the conversation, Travis Kelce took a moment to express his respect for Johnson. He talked about how players like Chad helped shape the culture of the NFL and made the sport more exciting for fans. Johnson listened carefully as Kelce praised him, smiling as he heard the compliments. But what happened next was something he clearly didn't expect. Kelce suddenly shifted the tone of the conversation with a personal comment. With a relaxed smile, Travis said that when the time comes for his wedding with Taylor Swift, Chad Johnson should absolutely be there. In other words, Kelce extended a friendly and sincere invitation right there during the podcast. For a moment, Chad Johnson looked surprised. He laughed at first, almost as if he thought Kelce might be joking, but Kelce made it clear he was serious. When the moment turned emotional, Johnson placed his hand over his face and laughed again, clearly touched by the gesture. He said that hearing something like that meant a lot, especially coming from someone like Travis Kelce, who is currently one of the biggest stars in the NFL. Fans who later watched the clip noticed how genuine the interaction felt. It wasn't staged or dramatic. It was simply a moment of respect between two generations of football players. The conversation quickly returned to its usual rhythm, with jokes and stories continuing throughout the episode. But that short exchange stayed with listeners. For many fans, it was a reminder of how much respect exists between athletes who shared the same love for the game. Even though Chad Johnson is retired and Travis Kelce is still dominating the field, there is a strong connection between players who understand what it takes to succeed at the highest level. Of course, Kelce's relationship with Taylor Swift has also been one of the most talked about stories in both sports and entertainment. Since the two began publicly supporting each other, they have captured the attention of fans around the world. Taylor Swift attending Kansas City Chiefs games and Travis Kelce appearing supportive of Swift's career created a unique crossover between the NFL and the music industry. It's not often that a global pop icon and a football superstar become one of the most talked about couples on the planet. Because of that, any mention of their future wedding instantly sparks excitement among fans, although there has been no official announcement about a wedding date. Moments like the one on the podcast give fans a glimpse into how meaningful that day could be for the people close to them. Chad Johnson's reaction showed that even casual invitations can carry a lot of emotional weight, especially when they come from genuine admiration and friendship in sports. Respect often travels across generations. Younger stars grow up watching the legends who came before them, and when those legends see the next generation succeed, it creates a powerful bond. That's exactly what fans witnessed during this podcast moment. It wasn't just about a wedding invitation. It was about appreciation, respect, and the kind of genuine connection that makes sports culture so special. And for fans watching the clip, one thing was clear: sometimes the most memorable moments don't happen on the field or on stage. Sometimes they happen in simple conversations where one athlete shows another just how much they are valued.